camera.
I don't think anybody heard it though. I don't think anybody else had heard it.
It's gonna take an hour to it.
You can sit in your own spot.
All right, we're going to call to order the April 26, 2023 meeting of the Board of Adjustments. First on the agenda, we have the roll call of members. Mr. Jake Jofreon,
Present.
Mr. Eddie Kraus,
Present.
Mr. Devin Graham, and absent tonight are Mr. Brandon Bennett and Mr. Willie Robinson. Next, on the agenda, we have to open up for any public comments for or against the.
No one signed up.
No one signed up. We're going to close public comments. If anybody else in the audience tonight is here to speak for or against any agenda item we have, you step up to the podium and sign a red or green card, and you can either choose to speak or choose not to speak, and sign a card saying if you for or against something. Okay, next on the agenda we have I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes of the March 22nd, 2023 meeting. Motion by Mr. Eddie Kraus, second by Devin Graham. All in favor? That motion passes. Next, I'll entertain a motion to accept the written decisions March 22nd, 2023 meeting.
Make a motion.
Motion by Jake Jofreon,
Second.
second by Eddie Kraus. All in favor? That motion passes. All right, first up tonight on the zoning review is IDPZ 3109.23, Track C, Lot of C of the Harold Gotro property for Kevin and Jill Gotro. Anybody here to speak on this matter? You can step up to the podium, tell us what you got.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Evening. Yeah, we are proposing to add on to our shop that got damaged during the hurricane. It got wiped out. So since we built it, which was like 10 years ago, we kind of have grown. We want to expand it. So in order to add on, we're going to add on to the back 10 foot, which goes 10 foot into the servitude. I think there's setback. I think it's 12 foot left.
So you're going 8 foot into the rear building setback, which is 20 foot?
Correct.
Okay. All right, simple enough. Any questions?
Yeah, I'll give you some questions, if you want them. On this map, like a little satellite image, is it right here where this is at? That's where y'all building?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I figured. My favorite questions, of course, are, is there any drainage in the back? Major drainage ditches?
No.
No utilities,
No.
they're in the front? And a pond, I see that, so.
Yeah, pond, yeah.
All right, anything else I'll ask Lansford?
Nope.
You good?
I'm seeing, is that a fence I'm seeing back there,
Yes.
Mr. Gotro?
Yes.
There's no drainage ditch back there. You'd be encroaching upon nothing that the parish got to maintain.
No, sir.
All right. Ms. Jamaica, anybody sign up for public comment?
No one signed up.
All right, we'll close public comment. Any questions, motions?
I got a question for you.
All right, just hold on.
Is it on?
All right, you on?
So that's about a 50% variance he's asking
Nope.
for?
Less than 50.
Less than 50, okay.
That's 20 is the setback, and he's asking for 8 foot variance.
8 foot, good. Well, I'll make a
Not the
motion.
other way around.
I'll make a motion to accept that as written.
Motion by Jake Jofreon to accept as written. Second by Mr. Eddie Kraus. All in favor? The variance granted.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you.
Next up tonight, we have zoning review ID PZ 3115.23, Lot H6B for Jessica Haynes. Anybody here tonight to speak on this? Step up to the podium and tell us what you got.
How you doing? I was just, I have a trailer on Berg Street. They sold the land. I'm just trying to move my trailer to Latino Drive. It was for my daddy. He left it for us. It's transferred over now to me and my sister land. I'm just trying to move my trailer on side hers.
I currently live on the land.
Okay. I think we see that on here. You have the trailer. Now, your trailer is not in this picture, okay? I thought, you said it's on Berg Street right now?
My trailer's on Berg Street,
Okay.
205 Berg Street, Lot 1. And where I'm going previously, they already had a trailer that was there for more than, I believe, 15 or 20 years.
Okay, any other questions? Sure. Ms. Jamaica, can you bring a copy of the map? Mr. Eddie would like to ask a question.
I think it's on. Is it on? There we go.
Got a blank screen right now. There we go. Okay, that's good right there.
All right, let me move it up just a little bit, and there you can see all of it.
Thank you, Jamaica.
Could you show us where? So I'm assuming that this is this is the current trailer that's there?
Yeah, that's
my
her.
trailer.
All of that is correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's trying to go in front of me.
Right
There
in
was
front.
already a trailer there previously.
Everything's ran, sewer ran, everything is already ran. All I'm trying to go is right here.
You can go ahead, sir.
Okay, Jake?
What's the length of your trailer that you're putting there?
A
Your
26
dimensions,
A 26 by 80.
26 by 80?
No,
28 by 60.
oh, 28 by 60.
28 by 60?
I'm sorry.
And have you pulled measurements on what you have available to put there to make sure you don't encroach upon that
I
easement on the
have
front of the road?
I have the deed. It have everything on it.
We don't have.
What?
So you haven't pulled the measurements
He
to see?
wants to know the measurements of the lot in front of.
No, ma'am, the measurements I'm speaking of are from the front of the road to the back of that current trailer. What's your measurement there? Are you gonna be able to fit that trailer, that second trailer in there without encroaching upon the easement on the front of the road is what I'm asking. Have you done that measurement?
The front road.
Yeah, because you only have so much space to put that trailer is what we're looking at, so.
Excuse me one second. Lance, do we know the building setback from that highway right there?
Yes, it's going to be, it's a state highway, so it's going to be 75 feet from the center of the road and 55 feet from Latino. The existing trailer that's there is approximately 55 feet from the center of Latino. So that's 55 feet where the existing mobile home is. So that's about 55 feet. 75 feet from there, I really don't know where that measures up to, but it's probably more than half of where the mobile home is now. So it's going to be 75 feet because it's a state highway.
Okay. That clears up a little bit for you.
That clears it up.
Any other questions? For now? Not yet. I'm sure we have some sign-ups. Can we ask you to take a seat for a moment? We're going to open it up for public comment, and we'll call you back up for rebuttal. Okay, next we're going to open it up for public comment on this. Anybody signed up to get up and speak, we'll allow you to come to the podium and give you 3 minutes to do so.
All right, we got Michael Watson. He's not in support.
Hello, my name is Michael Watson. I reside at 199 Latino Drive, and I humbly request that the Board of Zoning Adjustment deny the variance for this family petition. In the folders that are being provided, please also see the petition containing the names of other Latino Drive residents requesting that the board deny the variance request. Now, we got one area of concern for the Latino Drive residents is the impact of this mobile home on their property values. The preliminary research suggested this mobile home between 30 years old, and its condition will have a negative adverse effect on the monetary value of the properties located in Latino Drive. This is injurious to the Latino Drive residents. Please also see enclosed from a Donaldsonville local real estate expert confirming the potential negative adverse effects on the property values of the surrounding Latino Drive community. That is the last page that's in the back of the folder. Another concern for the Latino residents is the potential loss of a line of sight vision caused by the potential encroachment of this large mobile home in the required setback established by the zoning ordinance. If vehicles have to travel southward past the stop sign to see the oncoming traffic from the east, this scenario creates a potential public safety issue. A third area of concern for the Latino Drive residents is the harm to the rural environment of the community. During the years 2004 to 2008, zoning held community-wide, parish-wide meetings to determine what the residents of Ascension Parish desired in their parishes. One of the primary things that they desired was that they wanted to maintain a rustic atmosphere, a rural rustic atmosphere to all the community surrounding. We have been fortunate enough on the Latino Drive to maintain that. We have a community where the neighbors get along with each other, 99.9% of them. We have an informal type neighborhood community that watches each other's property. We get together, we don't make noise randomly. Other communities on the side have this problem of noise and congestion and people in the streets standing beneath lights selling drugs and doing illegal activity. We don't have that on Latino Drive at all, period. And we want to retain that. A third area of concern for the Latino Drive residents, again, is that harm. All the lot sizes within the Latino Drive community have between 145 to 300 plus fronting Latino Drive per one single housing dwelling unit. If this variance is granted, it will create two dwelling units in close proximity to each other that is inconsistent with the natural rustic environment associated with the current residents. For this reason and other reasons cited in the petition, we request that this variance for a secondary dwelling unit on this respective lot be denied. Thank you. Appreciate your consideration.
Thank you.
All right, we have Trudy Thomas, and she's not in support and would like to speak.
The Thomas, 92 Latino Drive. The only concern that I have is the value of my property. Okay, and like he said, when you coming out Latino Drive, leading to the road, the parish does their job and cut the grass. They do, but they just can't cut that part every week. So when it's not cut, you have a problem seeing what's coming around and you coming into a curve. So if they move their mobile home there, then that's more visible sight that you can't see. So you don't know what's coming until you go further out in the road. That's the concerns I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I have Patricia Jones. She's not in support, but she wishes not to speak.
Okay.
And that is all.
Thank you, Ms. Jamaica. We'll close public hearing. If y'all would like to come back up to the podium, give a rebuttal or answer any questions that other board members may have.
I think Mr. Mike said my sister trailer was 30 years old.
Can you speak into the mic, please? Yeah, thank you.
Mr. Mike stated my sister trailer is 30 years old, but it's 20
It's a year 2000, and it's very well kept up.
and has been.
Okay.
I'll do some conversations. Lance, I just want to, this survey they gave, it shows a 55-foot setback, but that's that loop 945, that's a state, so, okay. So the survey is just off. I will say that I don't think, not to speak for everybody up here, to speak for me, age of a mobile home is something that we can't judge. It's not something we're gonna base this off of. Unfortunately, that's an HOA, you know, I'm not saying, can't say HOA, but we don't have any deed restrictions outside what the parish grants us. So age of a home is not important to us. I do respect property values. I'm a real estate agent myself. I get how property values are affected. I personally don't think there is enough room for safety reasons, even with mobile homes, to have it that close to one another. And I don't think the lot is, when we do, we don't base it off of what we've done in the past, but I don't feel like this property could fit 2 homes safely, securely, and keep the harmony of the community, which is the things we really look at in order to make decisions.
Not even if we, instead of putting it like mine is, but turn it the other way?
I don't think you have, personally, I don't think you have the numbers to make it work. You got 104 foot wide across the setback, the servitude and everything along Latino, and anything you got in the front. I don't think the numbers are gonna add up for you, but that's not what we're doing. We're not here to do setbacks or anything. We're just doing the secondary residence. But I think it'd be hard to do. What's the zoning on it? Is it RM? Okay. That's all I got.
I'm personally concerned with the distance to the road personally and overall safety. If you put another residence in front of that, that distance to the road is just, it's too tight. And for that, I'm cautious and concerned about it.
Even if they had a trailer there before?
Yeah, but we're going by the code and the requirements that are set forth today, not something that maybe was grandfathered in the past.
Once it was removed in the landscape. Once that was removed, you lost that ability? I'll let Lance answer that one.
Yeah, once it's been removed for more than 6 months, it loses its non-conformity.
Non-conformity.
So, and I don't know how long this mobile home's been gone off the property, but I think it's been a while.
So we have to go by the newer guidelines that are set forth. And so that's why we were asking the questions of the distance from the current trailer to the roadway, because that's crucial, and, you know, knowing how safe and how far that setback would be from the road itself. And if that's supposed to be 75 and that's roughly at 55, that's awfully close to the road. That's my concern.
I'm gonna agree with the 2 gentlemen here as well.
No, I fail to see a hardship as well, which is one of the major things that we kind of base our decisions off of, but.
I agree with that as well.
Lance, you don't mind me asking, what was y'all's decision for denial? Was it the idea of the tightness of the property?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What if she got a smaller trailer? I'm just asking. My sister is about to be homeless, and the man next door to me, my daddy loved this man, and he loved my daddy. His storage ran under my trailer, under my yard.
Sorry, we can't.
I'm sorry.
Speaking.
That ain't even relevant to this. I'm just saying. For him to not want my sister to be on our land now, when at first he was good with it.
Again, I'll say, every thought I have is not about that. It's about the safety, the measurements. That's 100 foot wide. I mean, it's a tight spot. I definitely agree with the safety of turning out of a road, not having anything blocking. That's why we do have the setbacks in the front.
So what if I push my trailer back? Then she would have enough room to put hers there? If it was in the 75 feet from the road?
I think you may have to get with Mr. Lance on that probably, and he can answer that for you, and maybe come back.
Yeah.
She don't have time. She's
I got
being
24
evicted
hours.
to move her trailer. With 3 kids. She's a single mom of 3 kids. Our daddy worked hard for this land. He put that pool there for our kids to grow up in. We were supposed to live and grow old on this land together.
What is the reason for having to move it off of the other piece
That
of
land was sold.
Somebody bought the land.
And you can't turn her old property into a trailer park because Shane Giat tried to buy it and turn it into a trailer park. And they told him no. So the new people who bought it
so-
evicted her. She has to get off of these people's property.
So it's a trailer park she moved from, is what you're saying, or it was not?
That's
a
where I'm
trailer?
moving from. It was a trailer
A
park.
long time ago, it was a trailer park.
It just have 2 trailers on it now, mine and the other one, but they sold there. I'm the only one there. And in the papers I went to Monday, she said I had 24 hours.
I don't know anything about the eviction laws. It seems a bit short.
But how do
to
you
me,
move a
but
trailer in 24 hours anyway?
I don't see how you can move a trailer.
I don't-
I don't see how you find a trailer move. I do see that as a hardship, though. If you have to move your trailer, you have 3 kids, you have nowhere else to move it.
I don't.
I mean, I do see that as a hardship where I did not see one earlier. I sure would like to know the setbacks on this, but I guess we don't have time for that.
I mean, I can show you the paper. I don't understand the paper neither, because I'm confused about the paper anyway, because I don't see how I have 24 hours to move a trailer anyway.
That'd be for a lawyer probably. to
Yeah, I don't know.
Get involved with that.
I agree with you fully. There's obviously the hardship. The concern is definitely, in my opinion, the safety with the road. If there was a way for us to,
There's around that curve, Loop 945, I think the Tartarich people on that field, they don't cut their grass.
Excuse me, y'all. Public comment has been closed. I'm gonna have to ask you to sit down and. I said public comment has been closed. Choose to speak again, I have the officer remove you. I'm sorry, ma'am, go ahead.
I was just saying that the Tartarich people on that field next to my lane, next to my trailer, and they don't cut their grass. They're not playing cane and they don't cut it. So it is tall. And you can't really see, but not because there's a trailer there. I think you could if they would cut their grass, their field, whatever it is.
obviously we need time, but my thought would be to defer and try to figure out a way for Mr. Lance to maybe work with them to see if there's a way, if it's possible. But I don't think there's anything that we could do with, that would just be too close to the roadway, in my opinion.
I know they're pressed on time. What's your schedule look like, Mr. Lance?
Well, the issue is not the setback today. The issue is them to put a secondary dwelling. So even if you would accept it or deny it, whatever may be the case, they would still have to meet the setback requirement. Doesn't matter. Or come back here, but they would have to meet the setback requirement. But that's not what's being discussed tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, a pickup.
I'll make a motion, but I'll make a motion to agree with administration and deny. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, but I just don't, I want to respect the whole one dwelling for a residential lot and the whole community, so.
All right, we got a motion by Mr. Devon to deny. Do we have a second?
What I'm interested in is if we do deny this today, are they able to come back to you and figure out another situation to maybe help them out?
No, your decision is final.
They would still have to come back if it were approved.
No, if we don't
it
allow
were-
them to do two residents.
Right.
They're not allowed to do two residents. No in between.
My concern was with the safety as well, just like everybody else, ladies, which I think you can understand that. That's not
So what if I get a smaller trailer?
something they take lightly. But if you could maybe figure out a way to, like she said, move her trailer, to be able to accommodate the trailer at a safe distance.
Well, if we want that to happen, we have to allow her to put, we have to make a motion to put two residences there today. And if she can squeeze it in the setbacks,
What
if
she'll have
not,
to come back for.
she'll have to come back for a setback variance.
Of course, we could put stipulations on it.
Yeah, it would come. It would come.
Huh?
you thinking stipulation wise? What, Mr. Eddie?
I mean, my motion dies for lack of.
Yeah,
Let me just-
it's okay. Devin's motion dies for lack of second.
Stipulations, same things we've done in the past. It couldn't be used as a rental.
Sure.
Just we have to, if the person vacates the property, they have to remove it. Same things we've done in the past, but it's definitely a hardship, obviously. But I'm not sure if they're going to be able to squeeze and get it in there.
Can I
Well,
see that eviction
but
letter?
that's something they have to,
They'll have to sort out
yeah,
later.
and
Right.
maybe they'll come back in front of us,
Absolutely.
Okay,
Okay.
if the setback is an issue. So is that a motion with
Yeah,
stipulation?
yeah.
So we have, there you go, Jake. We have a motion with a stipulation that it not be used for rental and that if Miss Haynes, it is, right? If you're ever not the occupant of the mobile home, that it has to be moved off. So we have that motion.
With that motion, I think I'll second that motion, but,
Do we have a second by Mr. Jake Jofron for the motion with stipulations? All in favor?
All right.
aye.
Aye.
Nay.
One opposed? Variance is granted.
Thank you very much.
Okay, next up tonight, we have the zoning review ID PZ 3121.23, Lot 41 for Renaissance subdivision. First filing for Glenn and Tony Maiano? Yep, I said it right? Oh, wow, first time, first try. Come on, step up to the podium and tell us what you got going on tonight.
Hi, we purchased a lot in Renaissance subdivision, a very nice subdivision. It's a corner lot, and the corner lot is odd shaped, to say the least. When we first attempted to put our house plans on this lot, it was not only beyond the building line, but it was into the servitude. So we went back and redrew our plans, went back to the architect, redrew the plans, and we have the property, the house, fitting within the building lines with two minor exceptions. I'm not sure if you guys have a drawing of what we're talking about or not.
We got all kind of drawings here. Yeah. This one right here?
We have a large.
We have a big one here.
We have, yes.
I don't know if we can fit it under the thing there.
You want me to hand it, y'all can pass it?
I'm sorry, is this what you're talking about?
You can see it?
You can see it? From the bottom up on the left side, you can see a storage unit that has 75 square feet beyond the building line, not impacting the servitude. And then there's a garage, which faces Ariana Avenue, that has 335 square feet beyond the Can you see this now?
Yep, yes.
All right. From the bottom up, you look on the left side, you can see 75 square feet of a storage unit that's beyond the building line.
Yep.
It's still over 29 feet from the edge of the road. And then there's a garage that has 335 square feet beyond the building line. And it's not on the servitude at all. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you need that one. Put that one under. Switch this one.
Other than that, the property is fitting, the house is fitting on the property with the proposed house.
It's 37 feet from the front.
Hold on, Dale.
Oh, my bad.
Okay, go ahead.
What rooms are in this part of the floor plan? It's 335 for sure.
335 is a storage unit, garage.
We set it back so it wouldn't be further into the utility servitude, so we set that part back.
And the 75 square feet is also a storage unit. The front of the house faces Renaissance Avenue. It's to the right.
37 feet. Wait, where's your front? This is your front. This is the front, yeah. 37 feet from the street.
So they both just storage units?
Yeah.
I mean, a garage.
Look
at the picture.
Storage, yeah.
The notes.
We're good on that sideline, Lance?
What's the total square footage of the house, the footprint?
It's somewhere around 2,800. It's not finalized yet. We just wanted to make sure it fit in the building line.
That's the garages and everything included, not living.
No, that's
No,
not
it's
the
living.
garage.
Yeah,
That's
That's
living
bigger
area.
than that.
Living area is 28?
yeah,
What's the HOA minimum requirements in there?
23.
23?
23, right. 23.
Okay.
23 living or 23 total?
23 living,
Yeah.
right? 23 living
Yes.
Yes.
in the HOA?
But we had to build the house, our plan before was, the house was long, because we didn't want a two-story, and it wouldn't fit, so my architect said the only thing would fit was like a shotgun house, but you could do it like a U, which is like two shotgun houses, and then the middle is where our patio is gonna be. So we don't have any room in the back to put the patio, so our patio is gonna be in the middle, and it's gonna be closed in, so that's considered living.
Okay. So we close in, so it's considered living area,
Right.
which is probably 400 square feet or so?
I don't know,
would
we don't
guess.
have anything really.
It's about average for a closed-in back patio?
Yeah, we don't really have anything, concrete yet. He didn't want to do anything else because
You're right,
this is our
sure.
second time doing plans.
Yeah.
Until we see what's approved and then we'll.
Sure.
But my original house plan was 3,800 living, so we cut it back 1,000 square feet.
Still got that many kids?
Yeah,
No
they keep
kids.
coming home.
Yeah.
Lots of
Build a-
grandkids.
Build a one-bedroom, they don't come back home. Fit on a lot, too. Okay, Mr. Maker, we got any public comment?
Yes. I
Okay,
have-
may I ask you to sit down 1 minute? We'll open it up for public comment.
I have Miss Paula Phillips, and she is in favor, and she would like to speak.
Okay, Ms. Paula?
Hi, I'm the secretary of the Homeowners Association. I speak for the board, and we approve all these variances.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming and saying that.
And that's all. No more public comment.
Okay, all right. Close the public comment. About 25 foot. I personally don't see an issue with it, especially it's not living space and it's not crossing any servitudes or has no opposition.
Anybody?
Accept as written.
Hold on. Speaking your mic. I think you on, yeah.
I'd like to make a motion to approve as written.
Got a motion by Mr. Eddie Kraus to approve as written. No second.
I'll second that motion.
Second by Devin Graham. All, huh? I'm sorry. Second by Jake Joffrin. I was looking at you.
I'm not going in opposition, but I just want to explain why.
Okay.
I don't feel like there's a hardship because you don't have plans. It's not concrete poured or anything like that. I do understand the subdivision. I respect how there's very few houses in the back. It would almost be like a backyard. But the good news is my nay does not affect the decision, so you'll still get the variance. Thank you.
Okay. Motion by Eddie Kraus, second by Jake Joffrin. All in favor? Opposed? Variance granted. So, let's see, I'm lost my, okay, last up tonight on the zoning review, we have IDPZ 3127.23, Lot 8 of Galvez Garden subdivision for Christopher Della? Huh? Okay. Half of mine's cut off. My bad. Typo. Okay, Mr. DeLone, would you step up to the mic and at the podium and tell us what you're asking for tonight, please?
Hope everybody's doing well. I am trying to put a building behind my home. It's a 30 by 40 building. Y'all went over the application and stuff. Okay. So I was under the impression that the servitude line was what I was going by before I poured this concrete. And I am 9 foot away from the property line. Okay.
Excuse me, can y'all please converse outside? It's hard for us to concentrate. Thank you. Okay, Mr. DeLone, sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right.
So you already poured your concrete?
I sure did, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep, I went to the courthouse and pulled the servitude papers, and they told me it was 5 foot. So I'm 4 foot away from your servitude line on that on the back property line. The setback, from what I understand, is 20 foot. Mr. Lance had told me. So, even doing it without realizing the setback, I would have asked for a variance anyway. The size of my backyard, if you want to look at that map that's drawn up. I think you got a camera right here. So you can see, I think it's a total of 70 foot. What's that? Oh, sorry. 70 foot from this back property line to this porch. I didn't want this building to be right up on my house. It works perfectly where it's at, though, as far as getting to it and from. So what I'm asking for is to be, the variance to be 11 foot, to give me that much space from my back property line. There isn't any utilities or any site issues. There's no driveways back there. There's nobody driving back there. This is in the back of my property, so.
Is that a fence I see behind your
Yes.
property?
Yes, sir.
If I got it or not. There's no parish ditch or anything back there?
No, sir.
No? Okay.
That
No
all
power
runs-
lines, no sewer lines, none of that stuff, huh?
No, sir.
Lance, there's no reason for the parish to need to go back there, in your opinion?
No, sir, there's no servitude located behind.
That 5 foot servitude, what's it for? Is it just something from
Those
back in
maps
the
were
day?
drawn in 1966, I believe, so there's no telling.
It just not assigned, it just says 5 foot, that's what I was wondering.
He's not in that, so he's good.
No, I'm curious.
Yeah, yeah.
If anybody else to get back there.
Ms. Jamaica, do we have anybody for public comment?
No, no one signed up.
Okay, close the public comment. Any questions, motions?
I'll point out the hardship is that you poured concrete already. And I'm guessing you already bought the building, judging by all the engineer drawings and
I
everything
sure
that
did.
you provided, which I thank you for. Very helpful. This is very helpful too.
I
So
worked really
appreciate your
hard on
time
that
with
drawing.
If y'all don't have anything, I'll make the motion to accept as written.
Got a motion by Mr. Devin Graham to accept as written.
Second.
Second by Mr. Eddie Kraus. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
Oh,
aye. Variance is granted.
All right, thank you.
Next time we get a permit before we start, okay?
Yeah, I learned a lot.
Okay, yeah, we normally do. Yeah, I did the same thing. Okay, next up, item number 7 on the agenda is any old business?
No, sir.
Any new business?
No, sir.
All right, next I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion by Devin Graham to adjourn. Second by Mr. Eddie Kraus. All in favor?
Aye.
Adjourn.